Good morning, everyone. It's a Thursday morning. Big Game 7 slated for later on tonight. A lot of people planning their day, but at least we got a lot more sunshine, at least this morning. Could need those umbrellas later on this afternoon. A lot of people walk down the aisle. They think they're saying I do and that hopefully it's going to last a lifetime, but there's a lot that goes into marriage and the art of marriage. And joining us to talk about a new series that's going to be happening starting next Tuesday, running for 6 weeks, is Rabbi Menachem Blum. Great to have you here. You're also with the Ottawa Torah Center Chabad. So this is a wonderful opportunity to talk about this series that starts on Tuesday. So can you give us a sneak peek or what this whole series is really about?
Okay, so the art of marriage, it's more about just walking down the aisle, as you said, but it's to make it a work of art. And in order to make it a work of art, we really have to explore the foundations. And what we're going to be doing in this series is exploring it from a Judaic point of view, looking at both modern and ancient Jewish texts. We're going to be looking at the Talmud. We're going to be looking at Kabbalah, which is the mystical side of Judaism. So once we explore the foundations of what the institution of marriage is, we'll be able to glean some tips and some practical advice to enhance the marriage experience and to make it a work of art.
You talk about looking at it from different perspectives. I think as soon as you say Kabbalah, a lot of people's ears kind of tune up because there's the Hollywood influence of it and the understanding of what it's all about. Is this centered around everything being Jewish, or is this really open to anyone and of any faith? So
this is a series that's open to anyone. It's definitely going to be looking at marriage from a Judaic point of view, but marriage is mystical. And therefore, we're going to be looking at it from the Kabbalah point of view as well. Kabbalah speaks about marriage as two incomplete souls that are coming together and creating a powerful entity that gives them the power to transcend their individuality and their individual needs. And once we lay the groundwork of what this institution is, I remember reading a year ago a Time magazine ran a story, is marriage still needed? Many sociologists today say that the institution of marriage is something of the past. And is marriage really needed? Traditionally, people got married for various reasons that may not apply today. Once we lay the groundwork that marriage is something spiritual, something powerful, and something that is really innate to the human condition, we'll be able to take it from there.
Is this, the outlook that there's someone, at home saying, we're thinking about getting married, or I'm in an unhappy marriage, or, well, we've been married 50 years, and, do we want to just see how we're doing? Are there going to be people experiencing a lot of different things heading into this course? Okay.
This course is really well put together because I think it speaks to newlyweds. It speaks to people who are in a successful and happy relationship. It also speaks to those who are contemplating getting married, because we're going to be looking at the institution of marriage as a whole from a Judaic and mystical point of view. And so everybody will have something to take from it. And it's one thing to have a good marriage, but it's another thing to make it a work of art.
And I had a chance to look through the textbook that you'll be covering over the 6 weeks, and there's a lot of interesting quotes, a lot of different excerpts. But I also saw, as the textbook went on, that you deal with things that are troublesome in marriage. That there's chapters on infidelity, or actually the realization of when is it right that maybe the marriage is not working. So, as much as you're trying to cover the art of this beautiful thing, there is, all sides to look at.
Yeah, and we are going to be covering the broad spectrum. There is a class there, a session that is entitled Bedroom Secrets. I think religion, as a major religion, Judaism is very different than the other ones in that it venerates intimacy and the sexual experience as something sacred and something powerful. We're going to be looking at that as well and gleaning some tips that have been written both in ancient times and modern times in Jewish texts to enhance that experience.
The course will start next Tuesday. It will run for 6 weeks. And it's offered at the Jewish Community Center?
That's offered at the Soloway JCC, and people could just go online at myjli.com, and I look forward to joining many of you to this experience.
And one thing, just really quickly, this is happening around the world. There's 300 of these courses, right, and all simultaneous.
That's correct. The Jewish Learning Institute is an international institute that offers these courses. So the Art of Marriage is offered next week, begins next week in 300 locations around the world.
That's really interesting.
Which is a great a great effort to get people to learn about something that is so relevant.
There you have it. It's The Art of Marriage. You can check out the Soloway JCC's website for more information on how to get involved. Pleasure to talk to you this morning.
Good morning.